YouTube, what is up guys? Today I have the BMAX B2 mini PC. This thing is absolutely incredible. I got it for $165 only on Amazon.com. It is the size of my hand, but don't let that fool you. This thing has 8 gigabytes of RAM, a solid state hard drive with expandable storage. It runs Windows 10 Pro and it has an Intel Celeron processor. I cannot believe the specs, the size, or the price. So let's check it out. Alright guys, here is the box. BMAX Mini PC. Here we have just some basic info, the model number, it's the B2. It's got an Intel Celeron N3450 processor, 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 128 solid state drive, hard drive. So really cool. And there's also a spot on the motherboard to plug in another SSD. So if you want more storage, you can always add more. A lot of people think like whenever I review anything like this, I always get it, it's just because I get it sent to me. But as you can see, I bought this as my Amazon. Here, and you can see some of the other crap I've been buying. But yeah, delivered today. Just got it. Really excited to open it up. I did cut that. I started unboxing this and I realized the microphone wasn't out, so I had to start over. Whatever, this is as far as I got. And here, it's crazy how small this thing actually is. This is the actual mini PC itself. Like, it's, look at it next to my phone. I mean, it's like almost freaking, in some ways it's smaller than my phone, but you know, it's like smaller than my Super Nintendo Classic, which is freaking crazy. Let's peel that off for good luck. Yeah, here's some mounting screws if you just want to mount it to the back of your computer, or your monitor, or the back of your TV, whatever you want to do. We got just a regular power cord. Here's stuff to mount it, and some directions on how to mount it if you want to mount it to the back of your TV. It's so small though, I mean, you don't even really need to. And an HDMI cord. So we got two USB 3.0 and two USB 2.0. We got our little reset pin there, and we got our headphones, our on-off. We got some vents for cooling. We got our LAN where you plug it in there. We got two HDMI ports, as well as an SD card slot. So you could extend the storage just by putting an SD card on, but if you want something a little faster, you could pop this back panel off, and on the motherboard there is another spot to put an SSD solid state drive. So I'll probably end up doing that. For me personally, this is just going to be another thing I can edit videos on, stream the UFC fights, play some you know, some old Nintendo games like that. But yeah, really cool, and I'm just amazed at how small it is. So we could talk about it all day, but the real thing is how it's going to perform. I purchased just one of these, just little wireless mouse and keyboard. So I'll be testing it with that, and I'm just going to test it with one of my TVs that I normally use for gaming on. So I'm going to grab a TV, put it here on the table, plug it in, and we can see what happens. All right, guys, as you can see right here, here's the SSD that comes on there, and then I also added another one to the empty spot. This is a 500 gigabyte, so half a terabyte. It's a Samsung SSD, very fast. I'll put the links all down below. I just picked this up on Amazon. Since it is able to run my video editing software, I wanted to make sure there was enough storage on here where I could really use this for work and whatever. So now I just got to install the drivers, and it should be ready to go. Alright guys, so I've had this for 2 days now, and oh my god, boy have I had fun with it. Super impressed. It can handle some quite high demanding programs. First off, I have Photoshop. You should all be more than familiar with Photoshop. Quite the demanding program, but I got it up and running, really no problem on here. Also, I have Ultimaker Cura, or Cura by Ultimaker, which is a 3D printing software, and as you can see, it's running great with no lag or anything. So this is the software you use to 3D print files on your 3D printer. Works absolutely fabulous. Also too, just for like browsing the internet, anything like that. Looks great. Playing, you know, perfect. This TV is only 1080, but it can output up to 4K. Really cool about that. And as I showed you guys before, I added another SSD into the open SSD slot. It was very easy, basically just plugged in. As you can see, it recognized it, no problem. I just had to format it, and it recognized it literally, no problem. So now I have 500 gigs of high-speed SSD storage as well. Super happy about all that. But the very most important thing is that it can run Sony Vegas Pro. This is the editing software I use to make YouTube videos for you guys, and the most demanding program I need on any computer. And as you can see, not only is it rendering this video, this is just a sample video, it's 15 minutes of footage filmed at 1080p, 60 frames a second, and I also have the preview window at the same time running that same freaking speed. So very, very cool. And while that is up and running, we are going to do a little test and run some emulators. I have a Super Nintendo game on here. We got Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is a great game if you've never played it. And the really cool thing is there is Bluetooth on here, so I was able to take a PlayStation controller and map it to that. But you can use any plug-in controller. Here I have a PlayStation Classic controller, and that was working too. But I love playing with a DualShock controller, so this is freaking sweet. Check this out. With the DualShock 3 controller, you can play this game. And you can play 2 players with your friends. Freaking sweet. Basically, any type of controller you can get to work with this freaking thing. There's 4 slots, so whether you got to plug in a dongle for your controller to work or not, but this has onboard Bluetooth, so I didn't really have to do anything. Come on, bro. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, I hit him. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's why I didn't shoot. I was like, why didn't it shoot? I hit the button. Save the dog. Come on, babies. You with me, babe? Let's go get the key. As you can see though, even while the video is being rendered, this game is like playing 100% smooth. Speedrun. Alright guys, this was the best purchase I've ever made. For only $165, this thing can compete with my $700 laptop. No joke, I should have bought this years ago. When I was doing these travel vlogs in New York, when I went on the World Yo-Yo contest, when I did stuff like that, I had to bring my laptop. I had to worry about keeping it nice in the case so it didn't get banged into anything when I was traveling, on the Greyhound bus, on the Amtrak, on the airplane. You know, there's no screen or anything. Just throw it in a backpack, it'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. You can just plug it into the hotel TV, and you literally have a super portable workstation that can hang up there with your regular PC, your laptop. This, for the price, will outperform any PC or laptop at that price range. I guarantee for $165, you cannot buy a regular desktop or a laptop that has the specs this thing does. I can't believe they are selling this cheap. I knew mini PCs existed, but I always saw 4 GB RAM ones. I never saw an 8 GB RAM one that looked like it was something I could actually use for making YouTube videos or, you know, doing normal type of stuff like going on Photoshop, playing some games. This thing can handle it all. Super cheap. If you're in the market for a new computer and you don't have a lot of money to spend, definitely look into an option like this. I couldn't be happier with this purchase. I'll put the links down below. Once again, I bought this. This was not sent to me. And BMax, I'm like their new biggest fanboy. So check out all the stuff down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get back to playing with this. I'm actually going to go ahead and edit this video using this. And I'll see you guys later.